face and let's get everything together. So we're going to start by priming our face. Now, my primer is a little old. I'm going to be using the Derma Glow, and this is such a clear and beautiful primer. It is so subtle. Leaves a very soft satin feeling on the face, and it's really great for people who have big pores to wear this. But it has such a great satin finish. Like I said, it leaves the skin feeling moisturized, soft, supple, and just ready to put anything on there. I'm gonna put on the Urban Decay Hydro Manic, and we're just gonna place this and focus it on just the areas. So I just like to draw it on in the primary areas like that, and then with my brush we'll put it on. Now it is a tint and it is a little lighter. If I wanted something for full coverage, I would definitely get my Smashbox for full coverage. But even if we're not doing a full coverage look, I feel like this is a really great, long-lasting, long-wear foundation that would help with even just the simplest blemishes. Perfect. Okay, so now that we have the primer, we have the foundation on, next is to put our concealer. So like I said, I'm going to do a little bit more. So for this one, we're doing the Ruby Kisses Brush Concealer. And we're doing this in Warm Honey. So I'm going to put this in the usual spaces, which are underneath the eyes, and draw it down. I'm also going to do it right underneath the contour line and then down my nose. And that's it. I don't typically put it on my chin. My face is long, so I don't put it there. And then we're also going to use another color. We're going to use the LA Pro High Definition, and we're gonna, this one is in Creamy Beige. As you can see, I've literally used this stuff up, and we're just going to put this underneath the eyes, okay, as well, just above where we put the Ruby Kisses. And I'm just going to go in and blend it and pull it down towards the chin. My biggest tip about this is when you're doing it, you want to look into the mirror so you can see yourself and shape your face. If you're not looking directly into the mirror, it's kind of hard to see where those lines are on your face or how to define it. And then underneath the eyes as well. So now, as you guys can see, my face has a little lift. I've kept the cheekbones very, very strong. But as you can see, I haven't put anything contour-wise or anything like that yet. So next, I'm going to do powder. We're going to use the banana powder. I'm just going to put it on there. I'm going to sweep this on my eyes, and I'm also going to put this underneath. Cheekbones would be on my forehead and on my nose. Okay. I'm going to let this bake. I'm going to let it bake. And while I do that, I'm going to put on my brown powder. And this is just my Smashbox Halo. And I'm going to put this on the rest of my face in all the areas that were not covered with powder. Next, I go in with my contour, and I'm going to be using Bobbi Brown's Sheer Fresh finished pressed powder. It's this one. I'm gonna place this right underneath. Just cutting that part right there. And then I do the perimeter of my face, just to bring some more color, as well as underneath my chin. So as you can see, my face seems very, very intense and super dramatic. Once that is done, I finished all of this. Now I'm just going to blend my highlights in so it softens it a lot. And it doesn't look as harsh as it was before. Okay, so now that I'm done that, I'm gonna go in with some Tarte blush. This one is in the color Party, and it's just a pretty pink. Using my brush, I'm just going to cover it and just sweep it up. It's a very subtle color, but it's nice and warm. Again, I'm just placing this on top of my contour. Now, I could choose to do my eyebrows if I want, but for today, I'm just gonna let them be more natural. So I'm just gonna frame them off camera, and then we're gonna get back into the eye look. So my other camera has died, or not died, but the SD card has reached its max. So I'm just gonna put some highlight here. Upper parts of my cheeks, and that is about it. Now we're gonna get into the eyes. So for the eyes, they're gonna be super simple, nothing too crazy. I have my palette from Ruby Kisses. This is called Jade, and this one was received from the Revelers for Carnival. So basically, I'm just going to do the perimeter of my eyes. This was a sponsored item by Chloe, and it was where I did for Carolina. And just using an angled brush, I'm just gonna go on the outer sides to give myself a nice little smoky. And that is it, right in the crease. Nothing too crazy, nothing too major. That is the only thing that we're gonna be putting on. Again, just giving the illusion like a wing, and then buffering it in to the crease. And then once we're done, last thing to do is put on the setting spray. I'm going to be using Maybelline's Lasting Fix. Okay, and this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you took away something. If you really enjoyed this video, definitely hit the thumbs up and share this with somebody who you want to give a little drama in their life. All right, it was good chatting and doing makeup with you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next post. All right, later days, guys. Bye.